Okay, welcome along. Here we go. The intermediate exercise video. Intermediate, not so much in relation to the exercises, but in relation to the structure of the exercises. Rather than be some kind of circuit with this one will be, we'll do a set, quick rest, then we'll do another set, then next exercise. Equipment wise for this little session, somewhere comfy to lay. I've got my little exercise mat and pair of dumbbells. Okay, that's the equipment needed. I'm assuming as you've pressed play, you've already done a bit of foam rolling. I would recommend doing foam rolling. If not, feel free to pause and play again in a second. So, without further ado, we're going to do, like I said, 2 sets of each exercise. Of course, at the beginning, we're going to do some mobility. So first up, find yourself a little bit of a space. We're going to go into a deep squat, into side lunge, on the same side, into front hip, back into squat, into side lunge, loading through the heel, into front hip. Carry on with this, so going nice and deep in that squat, but keeping the body nice and tall, into side lunge, into front hip. Same on the other, side lunge, rotate, stomach tight, backside tight, hips push forwards, into front hip. Just a few more of these, side lunge, into front hip. So from squat to side lunge, rotate round, into front hip. We'll do one more each side, nice deep squat, upper body nice and tall, into side lunge, straightening through this leg, up and round front hip, back into squat to the other side, loading through the heel of that side, rotating round into front hip. Okay, next. So 2 options with this one. If you've got the upper body strength, into a kind of straight arm plank position, you step forwards, then up and rotate. If you want to make it slightly easier, stay on the knees, step forward, rotate, and go back to my straight arm plank. So the other side, step forwards, and rotate round. So step forwards, upper body tall, rotate round. So again, there should be a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a stretch through the front hip. So you're rotating round through the upper body. Great for mobility of the middle upper spine. Up and round. Big rotation. Same, facing straight ahead, upper body tall. Big rotation. One more each side. Up and round. Same on the other. Up and round. Okay. So before we start first exercise, which will make sure the stability muscles, the core muscles, they're firing. They're holding us in place. We're going to do a quick mat exercise. We'll come down to the mat, into this position here. We're going to bring the knees up like a dead bug. That's the name of the exercise. From here, opposite hand, opposite knee. You can rest your head on the ground. So I'm aiming to push my knee into my hand into the knee. Bringing the knee in. So I'm pushing my knee away, pushing my knee straight into my hand, keeping my back flat against the mat. So quite quickly you'll feel the start muscles kicking in. Just aiming for a nice medium tempo. Reaching back. Just a few more of these. Really squeezing opposite hand, opposite knee. Lower back into the ground. Just a couple more of these. 2 more each side. Same on the other. 1 more each side. Okay. I think we're ready to go with the first exercise. So, first exercise. So you're going to need your dumbbells. Depending on how heavy, whether you want to use 2 or 1. If you're using 1, holding the dumbbell like so underneath, I'm going to go ahead and aim to use both. So holding both underneath, just going to let it rest against upper body. So just kind of squeezing those together. I'm going to go side on, so you can also make sure I'm keeping my back flat. Feet are about hip width apart. Go wider, closer, up to you, wherever feels comfy. From here, upper body nice and tall. I'm going to drop it down into a squat, what's called a goblet squat. Dropping the hips down nice and low, driving back up again. So a nice medium tempo, aiming to go steady on the way down. With every exercise, stomach tight, backside tight, driving up, upper body tall. Big push upwards. Good. Keeping upper body tall, hopefully like me, keeping the back be 45 degrees but nice and flat. Going as deep as your mobility will allow. And driving up, keeping the shoulders unshrugged. Big push upwards. Driving up from the feet. Nice and deep. Big push upwards. Stomach tight. Here we go. So entire lower body working, especially front thigh muscles. We've got entire lower body. Obviously we've got the muscles that hold us in place. Here we go. Last 3. Hips out and back. Big push upwards. 2. Driving upper body tall. 1 more. Okay. Up to you, keep hold of the dumbbells or dumbbells down. Catch your breath, it's 1 set. So we're going to do the same exercise. Short pause, allow the heart rate to go down a little bit, it's a big exercise. We're going to take, 30 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to go again. So like usual, where we do a lap before we get back to the same exercise. It's slightly harder in that the same muscle group doesn't get so much rest. Anyway, enough talking from me. Let's get back our dumbbells. Again, going to grab them from underneath, close to upper body, feet wherever comfy, about hip distance apart, shoulder width. From there, pushing the hips back, driving up, keep upper body nice and tall, stomach tight, backside tight, big push upwards, driving up, however comfy to hold on to the dumbbells. Nice and low, driving up, pushing through the feet on the way up. I'm not quite straightening the legs at the top. Minimal pause at the top, and driving back up. Hips out and back, big push upwards. Stomach tight, upper body tall. Okay, here we go, pushing through lower body. Big push upwards. Legs starting to work. Driving up to the top. Big breath out as you go up. Driving up to the top. Okay, just a few more. Big push upwards. Driving up to the top. Big push upwards. Almost there. Last 3. Driving up. Final 2. Big push upwards. Last 1. Okay. We are done with our squats. Dumbbells down. So that's the pull 1 exercise finished. Catch your breath. We'll take half a minute to a minute. Allow that heart rate to come back down. So next we're going pull 2. Pull 2 is a pull exercise. So renegade row will be our pull exercise. 2 options. Option 1 is to be on the knees. Further back the knees go, the harder the stability muscles have got to work to hold you in place. Unshrugging the shoulders from here. What I'm aiming to do is pull my elbows beyond my body. Obviously that's too easy. Knees further back, but just try and keep the shoulders over the wrists. Squeezing the elbows up towards the sky in this case, or the ceiling if you're indoors. Squeezing up, so shoulders unshrugged, drawing the elbow up as high as you can. Obviously, if that's too easy, you can go into a full position. Entirely your choice. Technique is number one. So with this, got to make sure that you're stable. So stomach tight, backside tight. Squeezing the elbow up towards the sky. Big pull upwards. Yeah. Good, keep going. Squeezing up, stomach tight, backside tight, shoulders unshrugged. Almost there. Two more each side. Squeezing up. One more each side, shoulders away from ears. Big pull upwards. Okay, good. Catch your breath. One set done. So again, 30 seconds to a minute. And we'll come back into the row. Set and ready. Back into dumbbells. So again, wherever your place is from before, your distance from knees to dumbbells. I'm going to go into that full renegade row. Go in the position that's right for you. Top tip, if you want to make this position easier, go wider. Okay. But yeah, should be challenging. With each exercise, should be challenging before the end. Okay, one elbow straight up. Trying to stay nice and far forwards on those dumbbells. Squeezing up. Big pull-ups. Shoulders unshrugged. Stomach tight. Backside tight. Big pull-up. Here we go, good. Keeping that rhythm. Big pull-ups. Almost there. Here we go. Countdown coming up. Two more each side. Big pull. One more each side. Elbow to sky. Okay. That's the row done. So that's pull two. On to pull three. Again, catch your breath in between. So it's slightly tougher. Well, let me know if you find it tougher or not. Slightly tougher to do 2 sets back to back. Okay, so pull three. For pull three, side lunge. You can use one dumbbell, two, in fact, actually saying that, I'm not sure I haven't got big enough hands to use two, so single dumbbell. So with this one, big side lunge, reaching down, not kind of arching down, pushing the hips back to go down. How far down I go is determined by how far my hip will go back, and then squeezing the arm back. And I come back to the middle, same on the other side. Here we go. So nice and deep, weight through the heel, reaching down, wow, I'm reaching down by pushing my hips back. And then my thumbs up on the other side. There we go. Okay. Trying to keep this leg pointing straight ahead, going as deep as you can, pushing the hips back, keeping upper body nice and tall, exchanging the dumbbell midway, aiming to go as deep as you can, really trying to push the hip back on the side you're heading towards, sinking deep but keeping upper body tall. So I'm not allowing myself to kind of fold from the hips, if that makes sense. Here we go. Over and across. Keeping that rhythm. Almost there. Over and across. Through the heel. Nice and deep. So aiming to straighten the leg that follows as best you can. Good, just keeping that rhythm. Through the heel. 2 more each side. Nice and deep. Really push the hip back as far as you can get it. Up, straightening through the other leg. Last one. Okay, good job. Catch your breath. First set done. Okay, again. I don't know about you, my heart rate is high. I can really feel it beating. Lots of deep breaths in between. Okay, so catch your breath. That's it, lots of deep breaths to bring the heart rate back down. 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to go again. I think it's time. Here we go. So, dumbbell in one hand. So we're going to side lunge to the opposite side. Big side lunge. Loading through the heel, aiming to really straighten the leg that follows, keeping the upper body nice and tall. So I'm not folding through the hips to go low. It's all about how far my hip will go back. So it should be a big stretch through the inner thigh of the other leg. Squeezing with the thumb up, the other arm back. Getting a nice medium tempo going. Doing your best to keep toes in line as you lunge. Here we go. Through the heel, load the heel, drive off from the heel, switch over midway. Okay, good, keeping that rhythm. Not far off. Load through the heel, drive up and off. Okay, good, keeping that rhythm. Almost there. Back to this side, nice and deep. We'll make it harder, go deeper. Last 2 each side to go. Nice and steady on the way down. Drive up, 1 more each side, nice and deep. Driving up, same on the other. Okay, good, good. Dumbbell down. So we'll need the dumbbell up at the head end for this bit. We'll need our mat. We're going to do a lying dumbbell press. Here we go. So, on the mat, grabbing your dumbbells. Just starting with the dumbbells above the upper body. Elbows out wide, so this will be the position I'll come down to each time. And then drive up, big triangle up above the upper body. Steady on the way down. Lying down. Driving up. So steady, big push upwards. Lower back into the ground. Shoulders unshrugged. Here we go, driving up. So shoulders unshrugged. Stomach tight, even though the back's supported. Big push upwards, squeezing through front upper body. So this is our pull 4 exercise. Deep breath in on the way down. Big breath out on the way up. Big push upwards. Deep breath in, driving up. And keeping that rhythm. Big push upwards. Last 3. Driving up. Final 2. Deep breath in, driving up. Last 1. Okay, here we go. Dumbbells down. Catch your breath. Stay where you are if you wish. Or if you wish, like me, stand up. Just catch your breath. Walk it around. Shake out the arms. 1 set of those done. Okay. Here we go. Let's get back into those presses. Back into the same position. Keeping the knees bent. Elbows up 90 degrees. Shoulders definitely unshrugged. Back against the floor. Driving up to almost together. Deep breath in. Big push upwards. Squeezing through front upper body. So it's kind of an upside down press up if you want to think of the technique that way. Nice and steady on the way down. Big push upwards. Driving up. Deep breath in. Big breath out. And drive up. Good, good. Big push upwards. Really squeezing through front upper body. Driving up. Almost there. Big push upwards. Driving up to the top. 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Drive yourself into the ground if you wish as you drive up. 2 more. Big push upwards. 1 more. Driving up. Okay, dumbbells down. Catch your breath. Okay, pull 4 done. That just leaves the pull 5 exercise. Here we go. Catch your breath. Although we're lying down, heart rate's still a little bit elevated. Okay, maybe not as much as earlier exercises. Pull 1, pull 3. Actually, pull 2 was no picnic either, that row. Right then, we've reached the pull 5 exercise. For the pull 5 exercise, we're going to go back down to the mat. No dumbbells needed for this one. Actually, saying that, since we've got them, let's use those dumbbells. So for the pull 5, the dumbbells are going to sit on the front of the hips. So dumbbells on front of the hips. We're going to do some bridges. So from there, front of the hips as comfortably as you can. If not, you could always, always the option is there or there, whichever is more comfy. From there, rest shoulders against, unshrug the shoulders, body against the floor. From there, driving up using the backside muscles as high as you can. Just before the hips touch, squeeze back up as high as you absolutely can. Steady on the way down before the hips rest completely. Big push upwards. Deep breath in on the way down. Driving up to the top. Lots of control. Big push upwards. Good, keeping that control as you go. Driving up to the top, squeezing through backside. So very much back of the hip exercise. Squeezing up. Like I said, you can have those dumbbells there, wherever you wish, or wherever's comfy. For me, a little bit more comfy there. Keep going, almost there. Driving up as high as you can. Big pause. So those of you backs more flexible than me, that's as high as mine will go. Driving up to top, really squeezing through backside muscles. Great exercise for giving the back support, and obviously it's a big muscle group we're working here. 3 more to go, driving up. Steady on the way down before the hips touch. Last one. Big push upwards. Okay, so up to you, stay on the ground for the little rest period. I like to get up, walk it around a little bit, catch your breath. We've got 1 more set to go. Ooh, tripping over the dumbbells. 1 more set to go. Okay, here we go. Let's get in, it's the last one. Last set, back in same position, knees bent. So dumbbells either there, entirely up to you. Shoulders unshrugged, back against the floor, the ground in my case. From there, driving the hips up as high as you can, squeezing through the hips, slowly down before the hips touch, squeezing up, keeping that control, big push upwards, so stomach tight, backside tight as you go, high as you can, big pause, steady on the way down, driving up to the top, just before the hips touch, squeeze back up to the top, keeping that rhythm, driving up. A few more to go. Big push upwards, squeeze through backside, high as you absolutely can. Driving up to the top. Final 2. Big push upwards. 1 more to go. Driving up to the top. Okay. Dumbbells down. Here we go. Catch your breath. All done. Just walking it up and down. Letting that heart rate decrease a little bit. Winding it down a little bit. Good job. So all 2 sets of each exercise done. If you're finding with some of those exercises you could have done more reps than me, obviously those dumbbells need to get a little bit heavier. Could be time to invest in a heavier set of dumbbells. Okay. Here we go, into the stretching. So first stretch, me being unorganised, I've got nothing to push against, but even so, big step back, plant your back heel against the floor, drive the heel into the ground. It's a big stretch through the calf. Same on the other side, drive the heel into the ground. Big push down. Okay, using the mat, very similar to what we did earlier, but this time we're going to hold it. So you can start off on the knees if you wish, take a big step forwards, stomach tight, rotate round, keep the thumb nice and high, keep the hips and the knees pointing straight ahead. So we're starting to take deeper breaths now. Okay, same on the other side. Same thing, big step forwards, reaching up and round. So big stretch through front hip, upper middle spine. Shoulders nice and low. From here, I'm going to bring one leg forwards. So about 90 degrees or so, pushing the hips back. Squeezing back, so right into back of the hips. Potentially tight hip muscles. Okay, same on the other side. So squeezing the hips back. And then lastly, what I'm going to aim to do is rock my legs to one side, in that position there. Going to be nice and straight on the mat, squeezing the arms out. I'm looking the opposite way of my knees, arms relatively low, just below shoulder height, squeezing the opposite hand to the direction the knees are going downwards, and just looking that way. So you may feel the stretch for the hips, it's a stretch for the upper middle spine. You may feel this, could even be front shoulder. Nice and deep with the breathing, this is our last stretch. Same on the other side. And I'll rock the knees the opposite way. Arms out, and then looking, squeeze the knees. One way, squeezing the opposite arm the other way. Nice and deep with the breathing. Big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly, slowly, slowly to your feet. Slowly, slowly up. Well done. End of routine. I don't know if you could tell during that, but I was getting absolutely bitten alive by insects. So if you're watching this for the second time, see if you can see the point where that's happening. And entertain you as well as put you through your paces. Okay, feel free to suggest any kind of content, any questions, fire in the group, any future videos or content, etc. I can make you. Please let me know before I get eaten alive. I'm going to finish it there. Very well done. Well done on the intermediate routine. See you soon.